Yes, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode with Abs Talks. I am joined by Navitas and an international student, Kirsh. How are you guys?
I'm good.
Really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Lovely to have you here, guys. So today we're talking about what's it like being an international student in Manchester. So, Kirsh, you're from Mumbai.
Yeah.
You're a brand new student in Manchester. What's life like being here? Why did you choose UA92? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Abs. I chose UA92 because of the city we're in, Manchester. I researched a bit about it. It's quite a buzzing city, lots going on.
Buzzing, and then Manchester B as well, yeah?
Manchester B. The games, we've got Manchester City and Manchester United, so I go for games quite often. I chose this uni because it's very different. I was already studying sports management before this in Australia, and because of the pandemic, I couldn't go back. So I had to choose another place to continue sports management. So I looked at UA92 and I thought that this is the place for me. They don't have year end of the year exams. They do things differently here that are suited for me. So
Yeah.
looks like a good place.
And you heard about UA92 through Navitas. So, Navitas, Tian, what is Navitas? And would you like to tell the listeners and the viewers what Navitas is about?
So Navitas is a global educational provider. So we do a lot of partnership with great universities, and we've only recently have partnership with the UA92 is because we definitely see there's a great opportunity there to put this platform out there for all the international students who love Manchester United, and who wants to come to Manchester for a great student experience.
And speaking about like great student experience and coming to Manchester, Kirsh, you're from Mumbai, as I said.
Yeah.
A massive, massive weather shock for you. What was your initial reaction to the coldness and the rain?
Yeah. At first it was a bit of a shock because
Used to the sun?
yeah, I'm used to the sun. Back home it's like 30 degrees Celsius, and out here it's like between 3 to 6 and can go to minus on its day. Took some adjusting, but I feel if you're well equipped, you're good. You're good to go.
And what made you want to choose UA92? Obviously, the pandemic happened, and that made you feel anxious and uneasy because you're at another
Yeah.
country, and you came to UA92. What was your initial hopes to come here? Like, what was your initial reaction when you first came to UA92? How did
Yeah.
you feel, and were you supported?
Yeah, so actually I was given a second chance by coming here. I was studying back in Australia back before this, and that got cut short because of the pandemic. I couldn't go back. So
Uh,
starting again out here was quite nice, and I know I've got people supporting me because they gave me the second chance. So try to not let them down.
Speaking about how the pandemic affected you, and like you're in another country, the pandemic affected you, and then you wanted to come to England again. Did it worry you about the pandemic might affect you again? Did it worry you to begin with?
Yeah, of course, because the pandemic did affect me before. I couldn't continue because of
Yeah.
the pandemic.
And did you feel like it might affect you again by coming to Manchester?
Yeah, it did, but that's why I didn't go back this time. I'm staying here.
So if you did go back, it would have affected your studies again. So you chose
Yeah,
to.
you never know because the government works differently back
Yeah.
in India and out here. So the conflict could be bad for me. So I stayed here for the break and hope to continue more.
Yeah. And Tian, coming to you, how do you support the students who are coming from different countries in transitioning into British education and coming to UA92?
Sorry, what was that question?
How do you support your students, potential students, to come to the UK and study?
Right, so obviously that we have been doing a lot of international education for a long time. So Navitas does provide a lot of activities, like we would try to arrange activities for all the international students who's in wherever they're studying, such as in Christmas season, we try to organize some activities there, and New Year's Eve, and also a lot of international student society, but also even not just from Navitas' point of view, UA92 does provide a lot of service as well, right? Would you like to tell us a bit about
so
that?
UA92 provide a lot of services. So Chris mentioned he has had support since he's been here in UA92. And one of UA92's main focuses is the well-being around mental health and looking after yourself. And me personally, I've accessed the service myself. We have an amazing well-being service team here. We've got Steph and Emma. They're the well-being team, and they look after you. So Chris, you said you felt supported at UA92.
Yeah.
What support have you felt that you've been given, and your mental health has been not compromised? In fact, your mental health has improved because you're at another country, you're worried, but now you've settled here well. What tips would you give people who are worrying, and would you advise them to access support services at UA92?
Yeah, so a few tips that I could give some of the students is that firstly, the uni does help you like get along with other people as well. They host, like Navitas, I've seen hosted events during the break for Christmas, for New Year's, for other stuff. So you could go attend that, meet some people with similar interests. or I like to just keep myself busy. I go for a bit of football, go to the gym. I saw you in the
Yeah,
gym
yeah, no,
the
you
other
saw me in the
day.
gym, and I mentioned, "Hey, Chris, what are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And speaking about football, are you on the UA92's?
Not yet. I'm not on the team yet, but we've got training in Jan, so
You got
hopefully.
training in Jan, and you made
Yeah.
new friends. You settled into
Yeah.
Manchester. You're exploring this city.
Yeah.
What has been the most thing that you've enjoyed most about Manchester? What is your favourite? I've seen you in Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
Was that your first time going Weatherspoons?
Not really. I go there quite often for
But-
the games and stuff.
But when you came to Manchester, was it your first time?
Yeah, of course.
What did you make of a British pub?
I love the pub culture, to be fair. I go there for almost every game. I sit there because all the other people in my class as well. Shout out to Harry. and
Harry, yeah, because you got
Shiv.
support. Like you
Yeah.
said, you made friends
Yeah.
and you had support within UA92.
Yeah.
And other aspects is, do you ever get homesick? And what would you advise other students to do if they do get homesick?
Yeah, of course I do get homesick, especially in the break that we had right now. Just keep, like, we have a phone, we can just call them up. They're always gonna answer the phone on the other side. Just stay in touch with your people back home, and I know they're supporting me because I speak to them quite often. We discuss personal matters and stuff, but yeah, and they actually sent me a letter
Oh,
when I came here, so every time I feel, I just go and read that
oh, your
again.
parents sent you a letter.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did.
that's
That
so
is
nice. That.
cute.
That is really nice, and that's reassurance for you. And
Yeah.
what would your advice? What would your top tip be? What would your advice be for any international student who wants to come to UA92 and study? What advice would you give them personally, like you've experienced, and you thought, you know what? Wow, I've actually done it. I've actually achieved something. I want them to do the same.
Yeah, it's just it's not that hard to settle down. You just look for the right people to hang out with, to keep company, and everyone's here to help you, and everyone's pretty much gonna be in the same position that you are. So
And Tian, and Navitas side of things, like UA92 do support well-being. Like you said, you set up some support services for them, like parties. What advice and what do you look for students who are struggling? What would you say to students who are struggling, who want to come to UA92 but don't know where to start and don't know how to ask for help? What advice would you give?
I feel like this.
Because you were once an international student. So how would you, when you're an international student, what advice would you give to them, your younger self? Sorry.
Yes, thank you very much. So I feel like there's mainly like 3 steps. So first of all is obviously you've mentioned, Kirsh has mentioned that, exercise quite a lot because exercise does help you, it's pretty much the natural antidepressant in your body. So it's very good. It makes you make the body stimulate the serotonin, which is really good, like in neurotransmitters. So from that perspective, exercise, even just like 10 minutes of walk is perfect. Second of all, reach out, like Kirsh has mentioned as well. Go to talk to people, connect to people. Don't be afraid to reach out because everybody, especially at UA92, everybody's there trying to help you, to support you. Do not just hold that misery just within yourself. And then third of all, I think that I don't know if any of the students has do mindfulness. I personally do some mindfulness.
Used to do some mindfulness.
Yes, exactly. We actually have like a meditation room within the campus as well, right? So it's perfect. Do some meditation because it does let you to focus the present moment, which is very important for your all well-being in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
And coming back to you, Kirsh, you're doing sports management.
Yeah.
What's your favourite part about being a student on sports management? What's your favourite part about the course?
I would say the way everything's related to the real world. All our assignments are like based on real football clubs and real clubs that actually go.
So you say it's giving you more practical experience within the field, and you
course.
have you had a lot of guest lecturers come in?
Yeah, another thing that I like about the lecture is that I think every Friday we have a guest lecture come on who is doing something in the sports management industry. So it's really motivating, and you can ask any question that how can one of us get to that position, and they answer.
See, it's absolutely amazing.
You're learning a lot. Yeah.
See, you've grown. When I first met you, a bit quiet, and now you've grown so much in confidence.
Yeah.
What have you tried any English Manchester favourite dishes yet?
Not really, just the basic sausage roll, I guess.
Was that your first time having a sausage roll?
Kind of, yeah.
What do you think of it? I'm a vegan, so I don't eat them.
I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's okay.
So do you want to ask me any questions?
Yeah. I mean, I saw you at the gym the other day.
Yeah, you did. And I said, hey, say, Kirsh, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
So you're already utilising the Manchester scene. You're always walking around. And you've been to like United games yet? Have you been yet?
Yeah, I went for 2 of them actually.
And what was the experience like being at United?
Insane. I don't support Manchester
Oh, I know.
United.
Who do you support Liverpool?
Arsenal.
Oh, even worse.
Come on, man. But yeah, I went for 2 United games and I've never seen anything like it, man.
Yeah, and I
Unreal.
see, like you said, you went to United games. You're already exploring the city, and from what I'm getting is like you've enjoyed Manchester, you've embraced it, and Manchester is a vibrant city. It's friendly, and you've already settled in. Would you recommend other students from Mumbai or international students to attend UA92?
Yeah, of course. I've been to plenty cities before this, and none of them compared to Manchester. To be
Why
fair.
is that?
It's because while I'm here, I don't know if I should say this, but you don't feel like the pandemic's on, and
Because we're friendly.
yeah, it's fine. Everyone's out and about. Everything's open. You can go to a restaurant, a pub. The stadiums are full.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing something or the other. So
And Tian, what would you advise your younger self if you were? What would you say to your younger self coming to the UK for the first time?
I feel like just talk to people. Like don't be shy, and then just try to communicate. Obviously, it's very important to put yourself out there as well. Yeah, reach out to people first, but just don't wait people to reach out to you if anything happens.
Yeah.
Yes, that would probably be my main.
Thank you for that. My tip is
Tips.
just like always be yourself, always ask for help, and never be afraid to try new things. Like just try new things and like just embrace each other's cultures and like learn about other people. Because I was like saying to Kirsh, are you from Mumbai and all that? And like I was learning more things about Mumbai, and he's learning about England. But my main reason is like thank you for coming here today. Thank you for sharing your experiences. And like it's a pleasure, and hopefully this will inspire other potential students to come down, and hopefully it will show people, you know what, Manchester and UA92 is a friendly, safe environment who cares about the person and cares about you as an individual.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
But no, thank you guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Kirsh, and thank you,
Sure.
Tian. It's been amazing. Thank you.
thanks.
Thank